Hi y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel, Little Ways, Little Things. Today I wanted to tell you about a really fun activity that I did over the weekend. I went to a scrapbooking retreat. So what a scrapbooking retreat is that you pack up all your scrapbooking supplies and you head to a retreat center. Now in this case, I went to Giddings, Texas to a retreat center called Hidden Treasures, and it was so fun because the ladies there are super sweet and they treat you really special. And so basically, it's not just for scrapbooking. Many of these places, and there's retreat centers all over, you can just Google craft retreat or scrapbooking retreat, and I'm sure you'll find one near you. But usually you can do whatever creative project that you want to do. It doesn't have to be scrapbooking. I happen to do scrapbooking, but one of the reasons that I like this particular retreat center is that there's a lot of ladies there and they're doing all kinds of different projects. They bring their quilting machines, or I guess it's a sewing machine. So they have their sewing machines, they have embroidery machines. People are working on digital projects on their laptops. Like I said, I'm doing scrapbooking and I bring my die cutting machine. Some of my friends are doing scrapbooking, card making. They're sewing quilts there, they're sewing pillows. A lot of people this past weekend were working on Christmas presents just because it's close to Christmas, but you can really do anything that you want there and work with any kind of media or any kind of project. And like I said, this particular one is really special to me. It's really fun. They have a little tradition there called table favors. And so I'm going to kind of show you the table favors that I brought this past weekend. Now, table favors are something very small. They're not, you know, anything really big, but they're something very small that you bring to share with each one of the ladies that you're going to be spending the weekend with. So, for this video, I'm going to do two things. Number one, I'm going to show you and talk about the table favors that I brought. But number two, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of the types of things that I pack when I go on my scrapbooking weekends. So I want to show you the table favors that we brought. They're these cute little chapstick books. And this is just a sample of two of them that I brought back. I made them in all different kind of patterns. And my friend Rachel and I did them together. We bought these cute chapsticks, and then look at that. Everybody that came in got to have one of these on their own table. And you can see the chapstick doesn't come out. It's in there very sturdy. And like I said, there were different patterns, and they're just really fun. If you wanted to make some of these for Christmas, there are so many things that you could use them for. If you belong to a Bible study, or if you are in a book club or a bunco group, or maybe you want to make them for your kids' teachers, they're super simple and they don't take any special equipment. But I'm going to show you how to make them. I wanted to share with you a couple of the other ones that we got. We got so many for ourselves that it's too hard to kind of show all of them, but I just got a couple of them to show you, or just went and grabbed a couple. This one is so cute. It's actually a little paper box, and it says just for you, and it's got candy inside. I peeked in there and it's peppermints, but I didn't want to open the box because it's so cute, so I just kind of brought it home like that. My friend Trisha made these cute little boxes that have these little nutcracker pins on them, and they have a whole packet of gum in them. And actually, this little nutcracker is like a little clothespin. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to be taking him off of this and using him in my planner this week. Another friend of mine got these candy dipped pretzels, and the theme had to do with blue Santa, so that's why they're blue. And then another friend of mine, I think it was my friend Denise, she made these cute little candy holders, but look, mine didn't have any candy. Just kidding, it had lots of candy. It was full of Reese's peanut butter cups and chocolate kisses, but I totally ate them all during the retreat. So that was a little bit dangerous thing to have sitting at my table. Now, when you go to these retreat centers, each person gets their own table usually, and there's a little electrical outlet, and there's a trash can, and usually some kind of lighting. So that It's really fun to unpack all your stuff and just have it laid out for the whole weekend. There's a lodging area and then there's a crafting area, and you can just leave your project out all night. You can work on it Friday night, Saturday all day, leave it all the way till Sunday, and it's just a great weekend. It's very social, and there's a lot of usually good food and a lot of friendship and a lot of fun and a lot of creating. Okay, I just got back from my craft weekend and I've brought almost everything in. I have one more little rolling box that I haven't brought in. So let me give you a little quick tour. This bag right here, it holds all of my pens and adhesives, markers, shading tools, scissors, that kind of thing. This is just a little trash container, that scrap container. There is the all the scrapbook pages that I did this weekend. And this is my Cricut. If you don't know what a Cricut is, it's a die cutting machine. So my Cricut goes in there, and in there is a lot of paper, stamps, different kinds of things to cut paper with, like border punches and different kinds of punches. And then that little packet right there is just the packet of scrapbook pages that I completed this weekend. And this is my embellishment container. It is, it rolls, and it holds all my embellishments, such as this is washi tape. I have tons of washi tape, and I think that one down there is ribbon, and the one at the bottom is Project Life cards. Okay, let's get started on the tutorial. The first thing you need is a solid sheet of paper and one printed sheet of paper. In this case, I'm using green, and I'm cutting them into one base of 4 by 6. So that green sheet was 4 by 6. Then I'm gonna cut a little tiny green sheet that is 3 by 1, and that's gonna be the strap that holds the chapstick into the little book. So you need one at 4 by 6 and one at 3 by 1. Then you're gonna work on your printed paper. In this case, I have this really pretty Christmas wreath paper, and I'm gonna make 4 of these squares, and they're each gonna be 2.5 by 3 7/8. Don't worry about the measurements because I'll put them in the box down below. So once again, you're gonna be cutting 4 of these, and they're at 2.5 by 3 7/8. So they're all the same size. After you finish that, you're gonna be scoring, and that just is a fancy word for folding really well. And I'm gonna be using a Martha Stewart score pad, but you don't have to have one of those. You can simply use a credit card or just something that helps you get the creases really, really nice. Now this one comes with a stylus, and I'm gonna take the 4 by 6 sheet of paper, and I'm going to score it at 2 5/8. All right, and you can see I'm being very careful with the stylus because I'm not really good at measurements, so I tend to go over mine like 3 times before I actually pull that stylus down the sheet of paper. It does not cut through it. All it's doing is making a little line for the fold. So once again, the first score is at 2 5/8, and the second one is at 3 3/8. And notice that the paper is horizontal and not vertical. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is score that little strap, and I'm gonna score it at 3/4 of an inch and at 2 1/4 inch. And like I said, you don't have to have this fancy score pad with the stylus and all that. You can just use your ruler and a credit card or something to get really crisp folds there. I just happen to have this, so I'm gonna use it. Okay, the next thing that you wanna do is get your little strap and maybe a pin or something cylindrical. Here I'm using a pin, and I'm kind of curving it outward, and that makes the outward curve for where the chapstick is gonna fit. I'm showing you how to do, how it will fit with a glue pen, just so you could see that. So after you get that curve in there, then you wanna do the front of your book. So I'm gonna put the decoration, which is that front panel on the front, and then I'm gonna also put one on the back. You wanna do that first because once you put the strap in to hold the chapstick, then you can't fold it down or get a really good grip on the adhesive. So you wanna do this front page kind of at first. All right, I'm also cutting a small strip of coordinating paper that came in the same pack of paper with the wreaths, and it's a plaid, and I'm cutting that, and I'm just making it fit. I'm eyeballing it down, and just kind of be a decoration on the front. That little thing that I'm putting a pop dot on is like a little poinsettia. I got it out of my stash. I got it last year for a project and I had a bunch of them left over, so I wanted to use them, and they're so cute on this little book. This is Merry Christmas green washi tape, and I'm just doing this eyeballing. I'm not using any special measurements or anything. I'm just kind of eyeballing it and getting it right on top of the little red plaid strip of paper there. I did want to mention that the travel set that I bring with me to these craft weekends was given to me by my mom last year for my birthday, and I really love it. I take it, and it really solves a lot of my traveling problems where I'm bringing all this craft and scrapbooking stuff. And it was designed by Anna Griffith, who designs a lot of craft supplies, and I think she bought it on HSN. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. All right, after I finish decorating the front, but not with the little flower because that will also make it stand out and then I can't press down really good. But after I finish with the front pretty much, I'm gonna glue down the little strap. In this case, I'm using real liquid glue, but I'm also using a strip adhesive because I want it to stick immediately, but then I also want it to have some strength, so I'm using both. So you bow out the little part of the strap that you did earlier, and then push the two tabs down and glue them onto the little book on each side of the creases that you made. You can see how that will make the chapstick holder. All right, now I'm just gonna add those little inserts into the inside of the book, kind of to hide the strap and just make it a little bit more colorful and decorative. Then I'm going to show you how I bought these chapsticks from Dollar Tree. So they're inexpensive. They're actually called Chap Ice. They're really pretty. I bought all cherry ones so that they would look really nice inside the book. So that's a pretty, this gift winds up costing about $1.50 per gift, and it's really, really nice. Sometimes if you get the chapsticks on sale, you can get bundles, and it's an even better price. Now I'm using a little tiny hole punch to cut holes on each side of the book where we'll put the ribbon. But in the meantime, I'm putting that little poinsettia on, just finishing everything up. Now I'm gonna thread some ribbon. I don't even have a measurement for this, I just eyeball it. I'm gonna thread the ribbon through the two little holes and tie a bow. You could use a bigger hole punch, but I have this little tiny one, so that's the one that I use. It makes small little holes. Now all that's left is tying it up. You could put another little white paper inside where you could sign your name or stamp a sentiment like Merry Christmas, but they're super easy, they're super cute, and I really like the way they turned out. Just imagine coming into something and having one of those on your table. Very fun. I'm showing you how it's real sturdy. The chapstick won't fall out. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope it will inspire you to make a couple of gifts for people around you that are special. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. Share this with a friend. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and stay tuned because later this week, my Christmas Home Tour 2018 is coming up.